It's marriage ministry time. Guess what? I'm excited about our session tonight. I hope that, or to this afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Mountaintop, God bless you. Bishop and Lady House, God bless you. Dr. Mercer, God bless you. Everybody, may the blessings of God and the favor of God be with you always. It's marriage ministry time. You know, it's all about a shifting from the basic living arrangements that some call marriage to living in a healthy and loving environment. In our last session, we talked about making your marriage extraordinary. Yes, and I gave you a few tips. Let me review. Date your mate. Identify your mate's personality and your personality. Be creative with how you say, I love you. Support your mate. Undergird your mate. Have your mate's back. And then we ended with, don't stay angry. That part right there, don't stay angry. It is so easy to take the silent treatment way out, but that's not the best way in order to build a healthy environment where love is exemplified. And so couples, you in your relationship, you in your union, have to say what you need to say without hurting each other. And don't choose to stay angry over the in and out, ups and downs of everybody's marriage. There is no perfect marriage. There is no perfect spouse. We all have our share of issues and weaknesses and strong points. So when you think about it, the things that we choose to remain at odds and to take offense and be angry about, when you go back and think about some of those things, was that the real issue? Was there some secondary things that added the fuel to the fire? So when we think about marriages and we think about couples and we think about united in holy matrimony forever, you're going to have some times when you're just not on the same page. When you have those times, be able to talk about it, be able to discuss it, and choose not to stay angry and give each other the silent treatment for days and weeks and months. Now you have those moments where you need to give me 10 minutes or give me 10 feet so I can pull myself together. That's understandable. But to walk around and pass each other and go in and out for days and weeks and months and don't speak, don't communicate, that's not the healthy, loving environment that you're trying to create in your marriage. Couples need to be able to say and express what they need to share without hurting each other. When you choose to hurt with your words, then you hold on to that anger, you hold on to that stress, you hold on to that tension. I want you to know tonight that as you forgive and you forget and you release, even your conversation, your means of communicating, need to indicate that we are finished with this, or we're going to table this to another time. But when you allow anger to remain and then you choose not to forgive and forget, then you're going your way doing some things without the best and the blessings of God and your mate on your life. Oh my goodness. When you choose to hold on, stay angry, stay in a place where you resent, you won't release, you won't forgive, then there are things that will hinder your moving forward. You do not need anything to hinder your blessings, your benefits, the power of your unity, the power of agreement, the power of the union that you two have together. There is a way to present your concerns to your spouse. There is a way that you can express your thoughts and your feelings and without disconnecting and saying what you need to say or should say with toxic, hateful, harmful, hurting words. You have to choose when you're communicating, when there is support for your mate, and when you're creative with your I love yous, you identify your differences and your personalities, and you choose to remain romantic and date your mate, then you have to choose not to stay angry. And I'm going to forgive and forget. I might need a few minutes. I might need a little space, but I am not going to harm you with my words. All of us, you and I, all of us have had moments when we expressed in moments of tension and anger and frustration and discouragement and all of the above, how we chose words that really, really cut to the core of our spouse. Many of those words were intentional. They were not by mistake. You meant what you said at the moment that you expressed it. And that only adds to the disconnect between you and your spouse. So I say to you today, try your best. Work on forming and developing healthy communication skills. You can't support when you disconnect. You can't support when you're angry and you choose to stay angry. You can't clear the air when we don't use wisdom and experience and knowledge and a better choice of words. Come on, come on. Everybody has had those moments in the heat of an expression that your words could cut to the core. Communication in your marriage is vital. I can't say that enough. It is absolutely essential to the success of your marriage. When my husband and I learned how to talk to each other, even about those difficult situations, it was the step in the right direction for us. With 50 years of marriage up under our belts, the step in the right direction is developing, choosing to have healthy communication skills. I know you are upset, but there are some things that you can say and how you say it and the tone that you say it in that really adds fuel to the fire. Come on, couples. All of us have our moments where we're having those heated discussions. Have those moments when you are not seeing eye to eye. Have those moments when you totally disagree with what your spouse is saying. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. And we can go on and on and on and on and on. But communication is vital. There is a healthy way to discuss whatever needs to be discussed without it being hurtful, harmful, toxic, intentional, painful, demeaning, cutting to the core. Once those words are out, you cannot take them back. Oops, or I'm sorry, or I didn't mean it, does not change the fact that you said it. So as we move forward in making our marriages extraordinary, don't stay angry. Choose to forgive and forget and release. Even if it takes you a moment, you got to be able to talk through some things. Choose to stay united. Choose to stay united. Don't forget the person that excited you. in past times. Don't forget the person that you said that you loved and you cherished and that you be there through the thick and thin. Don't forget the person that made you smile in past time. Don't forget the person that you had before. Don't forget the person that you were involved with and in love with, or even engrossed with before the children came along, before the bills, before all of the situations and circumstances of life came along. That was the person you chose to unite with. Find that person and begin to rebuild and reboot and reset and move forward with that person. But they've changed. What about the original person that you started with? Can you just pause, bring it down a notch, begin to pray for your spouse? Oh yeah. You can't do this without prayer. Let me tell you. I'm saying that because I remember my days when I would be so upset that I'm not praying for what? I've had those days. I've had those thoughts that I just wanted him to understand. I know you just want him to understand. You just want her to understand and see it from your viewpoint. It's not always going to be like that. But remember, if I can just remember that person that I once had, held, loved, cherished, had fun with, can we just get back there? You've got to work on moving forward and leaving those things behind. I don't need to give you a list of scriptures. You already know what the word says about your situation. But what I do want you to know is that your communication in your marriage and in your relationship, in your union as a couple, it has to be vital. It is essential for your success. It is an urgent clarion call to call you back to healthy communication, to call you back to wanting to be united, to call you from that place of anger and resentment and being so torn in your soul that you think there is no help or hope for you. Communication is the important ingredient that's going to bring you back to that place where you started out. Communication is serious. It is serious. It is serious. It's critical that the two of you come to a place of agreement, that we agree to disagree, but we're not going to stay in this state of silence forever. Come on, let's come back to the table. Let's talk about it. It's valuable when you two can communicate. All of these outside people, all of these extras that we bring in when we're having our tough spots, if they are not trained, if they're not specifically designed to help you walk through the challenging moments, then you need to keep them out of your business. Because once you and your spouse are back on the same page and on one accord, and you brought in all of these outsiders, they're looking at you like, how can you go back to this? How can you put up with that? Some people you need to keep out of your business, out of your relationship, and out of the concerns of your marriage. Yes, I did offer to help you, and I still hold my offer good for you. I am trained. I have a skill set to work with couples. I will be neutral. I can't say some of these folk that we bring in can be neutral, can be fair, will be open or honest. Everybody is not positioned to speak into your situation. So when you understand that there has to be a strategy There has to be a blueprint. There has to be a formula for good communication and to cause the disconnect to come back together and connect. It does not happen automatically. I don't care who we are, the length of time or not the length of time, the issue or not the issue. You just don't reconnect automatically. So if you add nothing else that is of significance, decide now that the communication is important. It is the biggest and the key thing to us moving forward. We're not trying to impress someone. We're not trying to gather the praises of this one or that one. It is vital to our success. Our ability to communicate speaks volumes to who the both of you are. So I say to you tonight, let's make marriage extraordinary, meaning that you have a unique way of working with each other. You really, really, really are a rare fit together, but you make such a melody together. Come on, there's greater, so much greater for you as a couple. I want you to arrest and cease every activity that keep you separated and look for those things that make your marriage great, that make your marriage terrific, and make those things a priority. I challenge you this session to make sure that you put in extra effort to make your marriage amazing. It's not too late. It's never too late. It's not too far gone. It's not that risky. It's just going to take the commitment from the both of you to put in the work. I am Dr. Carolyn Boston Love, and I look forward to working with you. I look forward to helping you. These sessions are not by accident. These sessions are not just something to fill your time and your schedule, but God has a plan for your life, for your marriage, and He has a greater plan to make your environment loving and healthy. And your communication skills, yes, right on point. Go for the greater. I challenge you to see who can outlove each other, one another. It's only the two of you. If you put the attention on your spouse and your spouse put the attention on you, look at what you all can work on and bring to pass. Marriage is ministry, and it takes work, but you are the ones to work it out. Call me, email me, go to my website, schedule that one-on-one appointment. Let me help you all get on track and stay on track so that you have a loving and healthy environment. Marriage works, but it takes work to make marriage work. I will see you in the next session. Have a good time. Talk about it. Talk about it. Don't just watch the sessions. Don't just take notes, but begin to communicate. How can we do what we call marriage better? Thank you for attending Marriage Ministry tonight, and I'll see you at our next session. Love up. That's what you want to do.